I started this long form YouTube channel just 2 months ago, and in the last 28 days, it made $3,825. And you can see right down here, I started it in October, and in October, it made almost $1,500. November, which was last month, made $4,200, and so far in December, has made $1,500. And before I show you guys exactly how to scale your own YouTube long form channel in the same time that I did and get similar results, make sure to join my free Discord that's linked in the description below. Everyone in here does YouTube, and it's always best to be surrounded by like-minded individuals. And here's just a little bit more proof of why you should actually be listening to me. So this is one of my students in my one-on-one mentorship, and you can see he's only been monetized for 2 months, and you can see right here, last month he made $2,600, and the balance for this month is almost $5,000 in just 2 months of being monetized. So if he can do it, why can't you? Make sure to join the Discord. And after you're done watching this full video, if you want to go to the link in the description and apply to work with me one-on-one, just like my boy David, and get your channel up and running and making a bunch of money, go to the link in the description or join the Discord and go to the mentorship section and hit apply now and fill out this form. And if it makes sense, I'll get back to you and we can work together. And the most impressive thing about this channel is not how much we've made in the very little time, considering it is a brand new channel, but what's actually the craziest thing about this channel is the amount of views that we've only gotten on this channel and how much money we've actually made. So if we change this to in the last 28 days, we have 783,000 views. You can check the watch time hours, subscribers, and obviously the estimated revenue. And if we change the last 28 to lifetime, we can see that we only have 1.7 million channel views. We have 87,000 watch hours, almost 10,000 subscribers, which is great. But again, like I've said before, subscribers are vanity metrics. They do not matter. I've had channels before where they have less than 100,000 subscribers and they make over $200,000 to $300,000 every single year. And obviously on this channel lifetime, it's made $7,189 for only 1.7 million views. Which, if you don't know anything about YouTube, if you've seen someone or a channel that's made over $5,000, that their channels typically gained like 5 to 10 million views. But in this case, we have the right audience, and this audience specifically has a really, really good RPM. We are obviously able to get crazy amounts of views super fast. Something I also wanted to show you guys is if we go right here on the right side, we can check, this is what's called the real time. So in the last 48 hours, we have 54,000 views, almost 55,000. And you can see every little ticker right here is an hour. So you can see we're averaging over 1,000 views an hour. And we can see right here, top content, there's the 3 most viewed videos in the last 48 hours. This video in particular is our most popular, and it's not even that big. Like, it doesn't even have a crazy amount of views. I've been doing YouTube long form for a long time now, so when you have a video that has 500,000 views, it's great by no means. Don't get me wrong, like, this is super good, but it's not a multi-million viewed video, right? It's not anything where it's like 3, 5, 10 million views. And it's gained 500,000 views in only 84 days. And you can also check the other stats right here. But again, the only thing that everyone watching and myself cares about is the estimated revenue. This one video is a 9-minute video and it generated $3,000. And first 17 days of this video getting posted, so for the first 130,000 views, we missed out on making that much extra money, which would have been, this would have been closer to like $5,000. Which is crazy because, again, it doesn't even have 1 million views. So imagine if you just had one of these videos a month that got 500,000 views and you were able to make $5,000 from it. You can replace your 9-to-5 job and you can literally just do YouTube full time. Now, before I show you guys exactly how to get into a channel like this and how to find a niche like this and break down the exact process that I used when finding and starting this new channel, I wanted to show you the CPM and the RPM for this niche and my channel in these videos. So the CPM is right here. It's $11.13. And so for anyone that's new or knows what CPM and RPM is, basically RPM is what you make per 1,000 views. So you can see right here where I highlighted, this is how much the channel or this specific video makes every time there's 1,000 views, $5.91. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, Chris, what's the difference between the CPM and why is the RPM half of what the CPM is? So everyone knows there's advertisers and there's advertisements on YouTube and YouTube videos. That's how we make your money. That's how I make all my money. So the CPM is how much that company, that business, that service, whatever it is paying YouTube in order to place their advertisement, their company, whatever it is, on my channel. So YouTube is charging them $11.13 for every 1,000 views. And obviously YouTube takes a 50-50 split. So they're paying $11.13, and in return, I'm able to keep $5.91. Now, this fluctuates based on your channel, your niche, your audience, a bunch of different factors. Even though I post all of the same videos in the same niche, just because this video has a higher amount of views, it has a higher watch time, higher engagement maybe, this number might be higher than some of my other videos. It might be also a little bit lower. But usually an RPM is a good baseline for, you know, a channel's RPM total. So my channel's total RPM is close, probably around this like $6 to $8 range per 1,000 views, which is really good. All right, so the first step of starting a new YouTube channel, and I'm only going to be talking about long form because that's the only thing that you should be focusing on. Shorts are really short-term money. It's in the name. Usually lasts under 6 months. Long form, it's longevity. You can have branded channels. You can have faceless channels, anything you want, and they can last for years. That's the best thing about it. So number one thing about having a YouTube channel for long form is picking the right niche. So number one, pick the right niche. Now for this example, I'm going to be talking about Roblox, and I already have a bunch of different Roblox channels pulled up here, and you're going to see the biggest thing about all of these here as we scroll through is not only are they all super big and they're all super successful, but if you look at their video counts, they are all new channels. Starting with this one right here, he has 175,000 subscribers and only 18 videos. Now, everyone watching, including me, has posted way more than 18 videos, probably on shorts or long form. And the fact that this guy has made several hundreds of thousands of dollars in just 18 videos is insane. And we can actually go deeper into this by clicking view channel stats, and we can see in the last 30 days alone, he has 4 million views, which if he has a baseline RPM of $10, that's $40,000 just in the last month. And if we click on oldest videos right here, we can see that he's only been doing this for 4 months. He started this channel 4 months ago. And I want to show you guys this because this is the reality of YouTube and YouTube long form if you know what you're doing and if you keep at it consistently. Now, obviously, if we filter from oldest, it looks like his video popped off right away. But if we actually take a look at this chart on the right side, we can see the video didn't have 100,000 views until it was 18 days in. Now, some of you watching might be thinking, oh, 18 days in, I have never even had a long form video get over 100,000 views. Well, if you compare the video to the views it has now compared to what it had initially, and 10 days in, it didn't even have 50,000 views. So by no means did this blow up instantly. And what I personally think happened is he had a blow up video right here, probably around 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks after. And you can see right here is when he started getting consistent over 1 million viewed videos. And then he probably in-screened or promoted those other videos in these bigger videos. And then, it just kept gaining and gaining more traffic. And this is something that I like to call the snowball effect. So it's usually when you have multiple videos on a channel. Again, if we go and take a look, his first several videos didn't pop off right away. But what ended up happening is his 6th video posted on the channel got over 1 million views. And again, we can click on it and we can see when it blew up. And sure enough, 9 days in of posting this video, it had over 1 million views on it. And again, this is something that's called the snowball effect. If we probably scroll to the end of the video, you can see that he end screened another video and he also made it super easy to subscribe to his channel. So this is what we call the snowball effect, meaning you just have one video that blows up or that's an outlier and you're able to promote your channel and your other videos, which means that your other videos that performed poorly or didn't do as good as this one are now able to get pushed out again and be tested to a new audience because they liked your channel, they liked that video. They're probably going to like your other videos, obviously assuming the editing style is the same, and it's just overall a good idea. So all it takes is one video to blow up a channel. And that is something that is super key because again, a lot of people, and it's something that's consistent with all these other channels. If we go to videos and we go to their oldest, you can see that they didn't have blow up videos right away. Now it may look like they did, but again, these videos are 4 months old. This video has 1.6 million views. If we click on this and we're able to look at the actual chart, we can see, okay, now this one is a actual crazy example. And you can see because this is an outlier. If we go back to his oldest videos, you can see that this is an 11x right here, meaning that this video performed 11 times better than his channel average. But I guarantee if we copy and paste this title right here and we go to YouTube, that he was one of the first to do it. And so you can see his friend right here, Merc, which I actually have his channel pulled up. This is probably one of his oldest videos. Yep, it's one of his most popular. And if we keep scrolling, we're definitely able to find this guy's video as well somewhere here. So far we understand that we need to pick the right niche, and picking the right niche can mean a bunch of different things. To me, I don't personally care what I upload as long as it's going to have a good audience, and that way the RPM is not completely shit. It's not going to be, something that appeals to the Indian viewers, Brazilian, any type of third world country. I want a US audience because US people are the ones that spend the money on the advertisers. In return, the advertisers, the companies are going to spend more money to promote their service or companies on your channel. And we also understand that the snowball effect, meaning you have to stay consistent, you have to keep posting, and all it takes is one video to blow up your entire channel. A lot of people think you have to have back-to-back-to-back-to-back bangers, and you have to be on a Mr. Beast level where you're just only going up. But that is so far from the truth, and again, it is super evident in even their latest videos. We can check, again, view channel stats. In the last 7 days alone, this Merc channel has 220,000 views, We change this to the month, 2 million channel views. And we can even check right here. In the past month, he really hasn't even had a blow up video. It's been over a month since he's had a video with 1 million. And before that, it was even, let's see, I'm still scrolling. He hadn't had a 1 million viewed video in 2.5 months after that. And he's still making over $30,000 a month. Now, the next point that is very important and very crucial, because I've said this, a lot of other creators say it, and it is super important, but it's important that you understand how exactly it works. So now we're going to talk about outliers. And this is usually something that I always do when creating a brand new channel. And it's something you basically want to see what works, right? There's proof of concept there. Why not do it? Now, when we go to these guys, and again, I'm just using Roblox as an example because this is stuff that I do, this is stuff that personally I'm able to make a shit ton of money in. And obviously, Steal a Brain Rot Roblox right now, #1 game worldwide. If you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars on it, why not do it? So if I was starting a brand new Roblox channel and I wanted to do Steal a Brain Rot content like these guys, I would obviously go to their most popular and I would see, okay, what is something that is congruent in all of their channels and something similar. That way I can maybe copy it, replicate it. There's just, like I said before, there's proof of concept. We already know that it works. So for this specific YouTube channel, his most popular is I stole every lava brain rot and Steal a Brain Rot. His next one is I played Steal a Brain Rot for 7 days straight. Now, something that's also very important that has to do with outliers is now you don't want to go through a competitor's channel or someone that you're trying to replicate's channel, and you don't want to go through and just say, okay, what's their most popular? Oh, this one got 3.3 million views. It obviously is his biggest video by a long shot. I'm going to remake this entire video and I'm going to do the same thing that he did. If we look, this video is posted 4 months ago. It has a 21x outlier, which is really, really good. But again, if we look at how many views it has, which it has 3.3 million views, you can see that it's gaining only a few hundred, maybe 1,000 views a day, which is still good because it's passive income. But the worst thing is it's pretty much died out. And after day 60, it's only gaining a few hundred views a day. So this video, this trend, this idea is pretty much played out. And I think the reason why it did so good is because he obviously did something that was based on a trend or maybe an update that the game had initially. So if you were to just copy this word for word right now, this video would probably go nowhere because this lava brain rot or this idea or this update was 4 months old and nobody cares about it, and it might not even be in the game anymore. So when we're looking for outliers, it is important for several different things and almost like a checklist that you want to do. So first thing you want to check, and I'm going to go ahead and change the color to green here. That way you guys can lock in with me. We want to make sure that it's evergreen and that there's nothing required, or especially for Roblox, there wasn't an update. It wasn't a trend type of thing that they uploaded that was the reason. Like, they weren't the first to do it. And now if you uploaded it, like I was saying, this update, this video, this idea was super old. It definitely had just got that update, and that's why the video did so good. Same thing with this channel. If we look up, I spent 24 hours in Steal a Brain Rot, we can see this was 4 months ago, a 9.3x multiplier. So obviously it's a very good video and it's a very good outlier. But if we copy paste this title, you can see almost every single video that has over 1 million views. Every single video does have 1 million views, but you can see that they've done it and it's at least been 2 months old. There's not really any newer videos, and you can see like this guy did it. I spent 24 hours in Steal a Brain Rot 1 month ago, 87,000 views. Now, obviously, 87,000 views on a long form channel is good, but considering you're comparing it to a video that got 2.8 million views, you know, it's not really there. You want to make sure that the outliers you're looking at and the channels and the videos that you're trying to copy or replicate for your own channel are evergreen, and they're not based off a trend, or they're not based off an update for a game, or they're not just something where it had a high search and then after that it died off. So something that would be evergreen for Roblox Steal a Brain Rot would be something like I spent 200 days in Steal a Brain Rot. Now, this is similar to the idea that we were just talking about, that I spent 24 hours, but something that I personally noticed right here is the thumbnail. So I don't really play Steal a Brain Rot. I don't know much about it, but we can see that he tried 2 different thumbnails, and you can see that there's a strawberry elephant, which I'm pretty sure is like the rarest one or like the most popular one. And then right here he has, which is actually the thumbnail that actually won the test. It has no my exam. I don't even know if this is a real brain rot, but it seems that he's doing it based off an update. So let's say a new update comes out and there's a new Steal a Brain Rot and it has a crazy multiplier, or it's just like the most known best Steal a Brain Rot. It seems that he's updating the title to this. And now this is like an evergreen idea, but again, it is also very trend based. So this one, it's like 50-50 in my opinion. This is probably something I wouldn't start off with, especially when building the channel. You can see that all of their videos really just relied on trends right here, 0 to 100 trillion, but my brain rots grow up. However, if you change this to the thumbnail of, you know, a newer brain rot, something that, you know, the update, and you can casually update the title, update the thumbnail to, when it's like a new update, new brain rot, that way it appeals and it just looks like it's new all around, all year round, then that is something that I would do. Something like this I haven't really seen before. I spent $25,000 on Steal a Brain Rot accounts, so I haven't seen this really. And we can see again, he tested thumbnails again. So he did Los Quesadillas, and then he did Orcadelon. I don't really know how to pronounce these guys, but he did 2 different thumbnails. And if we go ahead and copy paste this, we can see that literally, so he posted this video 3 weeks ago, November 17th. This guy right here, Texans Blocks, did it 3 hours ago. Similar thumbnail, similar style, only he spent 40,000. So this is something that's not really like a trend base. You can see other channels, other types of content are posting it as well. And he actually posted it 1 month ago, this same channel, Tanner Blocks, and he got 1 million views off of it. So this is something that I was talking about. So you can see that he did Halloween themed. Now the thing that he's missing out on is you can see he did a bunch of test different thumbnails, but unfortunately he's keeping it very trend based and he's not actually updating it. If I was him, this video has over 1 million views already. It's a very good video. It looks very appealing to the eye. People want to watch it. The problem is when you look at the thumbnail and you read the title, it's obviously Halloween themed, which means that now that we're in December and almost the new year, people probably aren't going to want to watch it. And you can see that's very evident right here in the chart because it's only gaining maybe a few thousand views a day, which is still good. But again, if he updated this to Christmas, maybe Christmas Steeler Brain Rots or the newer Brain Rots, and didn't do anything else except for change the thumbnail every month or so, this video would be gaining tens of thousands of views a day and would definitely have over 3 million views. So again, you want to keep something that's evergreen. And if you are going to be doing something that's trend-based, you need to make sure that you update the title and the thumbnail with the current trends and what it's revolving around, because it wouldn't change anything. He still ended up spending $20,000 on Steal the Brain Rot accounts. Now, in the video, would it show maybe what's in the thumbnail, the Christmas ones or the newer Brain Rots? No. However, people don't care, and at the end of the day, it's a good video, and it's harmless, right? He's not doing anything bad or anything wrong. It's, you know, that's just how YouTube works, and he's making money from it. And the last thing about outliers that I also use as a checklist is that outliers get played out super fast. So I'm going to go ahead and write get played out, meaning that everyone, like I said, you've heard this from me, you've heard this from Mr. Beast, you've heard this from every single big successful YouTube creator. Every time you look at your competitors, which you're supposed to do, that way you can get like a baseline of what works, what doesn't work, what's trending, what's not trending. Every time someone goes to their most popular on different channels in their competitor's niche, and they do the same exact thing that I was just showing you. They look at the outliers and they think, oh, well, this is their most popular video by 1 million views, so this is the best idea. I should copy this. However, you're not the only one doing that. Everyone else is doing that, which means that they get played out, and it is insane. And that only means that there's going to be more competition, more channels doing this exact title, this exact thumbnail, people just trying to replicate it one-to-one, which means that this video and this idea over time is just going to get played out and is eventually not going to be able to be done anymore. That's why I always say you need an edge. You need something about you, whether it's your personality, editing style, something that carries more than just the ideas themselves. Because if you have a good personality and people get to like you because you're funny, whatever it may be, you have a certain thing about you that's different than other creators, but you also have good ideas. That is a perfect example of a successful channel. You always need to be bringing something to the table. You can't always just rely on other people like, okay, what is this guy posting? Most popular, spent 7 days in Steal a Brain Rot. I'm going to copy that thumbnail style. I'm going to copy that video idea, and boom. Because this video has already been done, I guarantee, hundreds of thousands of times by similar people that are just going here, going to most popular and just copying the idea.